I'd never been nervous meeting someone's parents. Until I met Isla. The walk from the valley to the entrance of Castellan felt like crossing a tightrope. Floor-to-ceiling windows framed the city lights beyond, their steady glow doing nothing. To calm the storm in my chest, my suit jacket fit well. My tie was straight. I practiced my smile in the reflection of the glass door, willing warmth into my voice. Isla offered her hand and whispered, "You've got this." Her confidence should have steadied me. But as her father's car eased away, I realized I was about to step into her world, and I didn't even know the beginning of the rules. They led me to a private dining room, the kind reserved for high-stakes meetings and corporate negotiations. A gleaming mahogany table sat beneath soft pendant lights, glassware aligned like sentinels. A waiter in a crisp tuxedo poured champagne into flutes, each one catching the light, refracting promises of celebration. Promises I was already doubting. Across from me, Isla's parents sat like sculptures, marble and silk. Roland Mercer's tailored suit fit like armor, his gaze measured, unflinching. Marianne, seated beside him, offered me a polite smile, one that didn't reach her tired eyes. I swallowed hard. The ring in my jacket pocket felt heavy. We exchanged pleasantries, school, work, how Isla and I met. Every answer felt rehearsed. I talked about my consulting firm's latest project, trying to sound successful, but not threatening. Roland nodded. Once, curtly. Then came the questions about my family. Where did they live? What did they do? I spoke about my parents' small business, how my sister teaches kindergarten. I smiled, recalling happy memories. But with every word, I sensed something behind his gaze. Amusement, growing, like a wave ready to crash. The first course arrived, scallops nestled on a smear of cauliflower puree, delicate and white. I took one bite, forced another smile. The conversation shifted. Planned children, traditions, dream homes. I imagined talking about the modest house I'd renovate for Isla, but instead I nodded along and nibbled artisan bread. The waiter topped up my glass. The champagne's sweetness turned sour on my tongue. Then came the joke. Roland leaned back, steepling his fingers. "So, Julian," he said, voice low and mocking, "what do you plan to do when the bank account runs dry? Or is that when you plan to bounce?" Each word landed like a stone. Each syllable echoed across the table. He spoke as though he knew me, better than I knew myself. My chest tightened. I looked to Isla. She laughed. Not politely, not nervously, but a full-throated laugh. One that wrapped around his insult and made it stick in my throat. Her eyes sparkled with amusement, as if I deserved to be the punchline, as if I earned this. My ring finger tingled. I could feel the weight of expectation shifting from my hand to the table. I took a breath, looked at the ring in my pocket, then back at her, and in that moment, my reflection shattered. Time slowed. The silver band caught the light. And inside me, betrayal bloomed. My mind raced through every moment of our engagement, the rooftop surprise, the fairy lights, the whispered promises under the stars, but all of it collapsed into a single, undeniable truth. This life wasn't ours. It belonged to a family that would never see me as anything more than an accessory. I stood up. The room hushed. The waiters froze. My chair scraped across the floor. Every eye turned to me. I didn't know what I would say. But the ring left my finger before the words came. I placed it beside her wine glass. The crimson liquid rippled, as if startled by the truth. The cool metal slid across the polished wood and came to rest, a fragile emblem of everything undone. I looked at Isla one last time. Her smile faltered. Confusion flickered. There was fear there, maybe pity. But she didn't move to stop me. She didn't reach for me. She only watched as I turned away. I walked out. No shouting, no scene, just the soft click of my shoes on the marble floor. Each step, a finale. The door closed behind me, sealing in the laughter, the luxury, and the lie. Outside, the night air wrapped around me like a cloak, bracing me for a silence I never knew. Could be so loud. Standing beneath a street lamp, I closed my eyes and let the city hum. The future lay ahead, unwritten, uncertain. But for the first time in a long time, I felt something stronger than fear. Relief. The joke had ended everything I thought I wanted. Now, I could begin discovering what I truly needed. Bright with enthusiasm, but low and measured, she said, "Julian." She hesitated. "I just got off the phone with a Mr. Draper from Mercer and Company. He said he's reviewing my records to verify your personal financials, specifically your investment history and liquidity." Her tone was flat, like she was reporting a mild plumbing issue, not a direct assault on my reputation. "What?" I forced surprise into my voice, though I'd known this was coming. My mind flashed back to Roland's predatory smirk at that dinner table. The way he tested my confidence in front of his daughter's fiancé. "He actually called you?" I asked. "Twice," Martina confirmed, exhaling with irritation. "He claimed it was standard due diligence before I hire any consultant, especially one with access to our funding rounds. But something felt off. He wanted bank statements, copies of my proof of funds letters, even my personal credit score report. I pressed my fingertips to my temples, feeling the pulse of blood building there. Roland Mercer's firm, the very institution that spat me out as a joke, was now weaponizing corporate protocols to undermine me. "Thank you for telling me," I said, standing up and pacing the room. My suit jacket hung neatly on the hook. I hadn't bothered to put it back on. I ran a hand through my hair, trying to steady my voice. "I agree," she replied, her quiet confidence a balm. "But I need you to walk me through this. Help me explain to my board why these checks are unnecessary, why I trust you." I swallowed the urge to unload my frustration, to rail against Roland's duplicity. Instead, I nodded, imagining she could see it through the phone. "I'll send you a succinct statement outlining